find a place in your rotation?
Well, everybody notices the shots he's making, and that's always very important, and that's great. We need that. But he's also defending. He brings us a physicality at his size, and he's rebounding the ball very well. So I'm happy with Shine and Newberry. I think both those guys are giving us good minutes at that 3 spot on both ends of the court, and that's what we've been looking for.
For a few weeks now, you've been talking about we need somebody to jump up and say, I want those minutes. Is he a guy that's starting to do that?
He is. He's doing a very good job. He's making the most of his minutes. There's no question about that. He's got in there, and again, making shots always helps. It gives you confidence and energy. But he's not just hanging his hat on that. He's gotten some big rebounds and some putbacks. Would like for him to even be more physical, maybe even play even harder at times. He gets out there and starts thinking a little bit too much at times, but he just needs to play with a kind of a reckless abandon. I mean, that's kind of how he needs to play, and he's doing that, both him and Newberry. So we feel very comfortable with those guys in there.
He was a little bit of a late addition to your recruiting class. Fill us in on kind of how he came, how you guys got together and
well, we just had heard about him, and we were looking for a little bit bigger wing, and Coach Ferguson went and watched him play and really, really liked him and thought he fit our system. Obviously, it's close to home. We've had some, success from the Dallas area. And this is a place he wanted to be, and I like that. He was getting heavily recruited in Michigan, and Beeline was in there the day we were in there, and different guys like that were in there. They wanted him, and he wanted to be at Oklahoma State, so we like that when a guy wants to be here. And he fits our style of play. Bigger guard that's got some versatility and can do some different things, but can really shoot it.
Is that an indication, too, of recruiting never ends? You got to continue beating the bushes.
Yeah, and never, because he was late. It was a little bit later, but that's recruiting. You never know.
How prepared are you guys to handle the size challenges from Texas?
We'll see. I don't know if we played anybody that has quite their size this year, because there's not many teams in the country. Maybe only Kentucky has their size, but they're big at 3 different positions, talented. Everybody, they're big guys. The McDonald's All-Americans and all those big guys inside get a lot of the attention, but they've got really good guards. Felix is really, really playing well right now. Obviously, their point guard is considered one of the best point guards in the country. So from top to bottom, they're one of the most talented teams in the country. There's a reason that people talk about them going to the Final Four. There's a reason that they've been ranked in the top 10 pretty much all year long. It's a very good basketball team from top to bottom.
Coach, did you watch them play OU Monday and take that game that you guys can use, I guess?
Oh, we obviously watched it, but no, not really. They'll learn from that game. There's no question. I thought OU played extremely well. There's no question, played really, really well. And it's one of those games that Texas just it wasn't their night. But OU had a lot to do with it, and I'm sure they'll look at the tape as well and learn from it.
How much of an emphasis is there on the guards helping out on the boards in a game like this?
Huge. It's essential. We don't stand a chance if we don't rebound the basketball and get some guards in there and battle. We want to give ourselves a chance. They're rebounding almost 35-40% of all the shots they take. I mean, they're a rebounding machine in there. So we're going to have to battle. We're going to have to block out and get everybody involved.
No, go ahead.
You mentioned a couple weeks ago, your philosophy, you're not as high on, offensive rebounding. You kind of prefer, I guess, to get back on defense. Could you kind of explain that a little bit more?
Well, a lot of times it's scout and report for us. But if push came to shove, we don't want to give up easy baskets on the other end. And with that said, our offense, the way the spacing is concerned, is not great for offensive rebounding. And LeBron Nash at the 4 spot has traditionally not been a very good offensive rebounder. It's been a struggle to get him to go to the offensive glass. So when you do that, you try to play to your personnel, and we try not to give up. And their stats, we are one of the better teams in the country, not giving up transition points. So, but there's been games of lately where we wanted to concentrate on offensive rebounding and do a better job. Coming back from Christmas, that was kind of a little bit of a point of emphasis, try to score a few more points off the offensive glass. But at this point in time, it's all about scout and report.
Right.
Like Iowa State, we sent three guys back and really made a decision. If you didn't have a chance to go get the ball, you need to get back. So a lot of times it's just scouting report for us at this point in time.
Maybe your big takeaway from Ames, the toughness your guys showed in the second half.
Yeah, we did some good things, but still disappointed we lost. We did some good things, but a lot to learn from. Defense wasn't quite as good as I thought it was. Watching it on tapes, but we gave up too many drives to the basket. So from that aspect, there was a lot we could have done better. But with that said, playing against one of the most talented, best offensive teams in the country in their home gym, I thought we did a pretty good job overall, but not good enough.
Winning in the Big 12 on the home court's always been important, but do you stress that to the players at all, or do you just say
We don't
let's
talk
go
a
out there
whole lot
and win
about it.
every game?
It's just one game at a time. Doesn't matter where it's at. Obviously, you want to win at home as much as you can, but you got to find road games as well. So we don't spend a whole lot talking about home or away, but more importantly, how important each game is. Period. How important every single game is kind of a point of emphasis for us.
We haven't seen him in a while. Just, how is Joe Burton doing? Is this kind of looking like a developmental season for him?
Yeah, it is. He wasn't here this summer, and he's still learning. Defensive at this level. Offensively, he's very good. But we've been talking about him a little bit more, maybe throwing him in there at certain times. He's getting better. I really love that about him. He's really getting better. So.